Okay. Everything should be working this time. Hi, if you're watching for the second time. I don't know what keeps happening with my OBS, but it keeps selecting a different headset, and I don't know why, because there's only the one headset plugged in, so it keeps doing that, and then all of a sudden I realize my mic's not working and my sound's not working because it's considering these not my speakers anymore. So everything was muted for like 2 minutes, and then I realized I'm silly, and now I'm just gonna start over. Anywhoosies, hello, welcome. We're playing Him, the Smile and Bloom today. This was sent to me by P-Cube to give it a shot. I can play, I think, 8 chapters worth of the game, so I don't know how many routes I'll get through in terms of like progression, because this game is different than other visual novel games. There's 4 main characters, and there's 4 dateable characters, and they all have their own stories. So each 2 characters have their own story. It's not where it's 1 girl and 5 guys and you get to pick which route you're going to go on. It's 1 guy, 1 girl, and their love story. And it's also by the artist who did Cupid Parasite, so if any of the art looks familiar, you're going to recognize it from that, which I'm really excited about. I'm looking forward to how it goes. I'm starting a little later than I planned to, but I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 streams of this. And then this game is not out until the 28th, if I recall correctly. I'm going to have everything linked on YouTube. So if you guys want to check it out, you can. I'm actually double checking when day it comes out because I have the links already saved on my computer. The 27th, sorry. The 27th, not the 28th. So that's the day it's actually releasing. And they did make an announcement already that the translations on this is not going to be perfect right now. The official translations aren't completed, so if you're playing this later on and you remember me playing it and stuff sounded different, that's probably going to be the reason why. They still said it's an enjoyable experience, and I'm okay with that. I understand. So that's the start. And then I'll chitter chatter as I usually do as we continue. And the funny thing is that I already started it. So this part, this was I was talking about how pretty the flowers are. This looks really cute. Flowers. Oh, also, because earlier when I first played, is this right? Is it? Oh, hang on. I got scared because it says skip right next to what I'm touching, so I got worried. You can pop this out and it looks like a little ticket. I thought it was really cute. Beautiful blooms of life that sprout forth from growing plants. Their vivid colors enrich our souls as they display the tangible passing of seasons. But they aren't just things of beauty. People have attributed a variety of emotions to the image of different flowers and have raised them with love. By the station in a certain town sits Phil Flower, a lone flower shop. Yee. In this shop, with its array of colorful blossoms, exist stories that all stem from flowers. One such story is flanked by the flower Happiness. Tweety? Wait, what? Tweetia. Hang on. Do I need to Google that one? Hang on. Tweetia. I'm sure they'll explain it, but like, oh my gosh, it's pretty accurate. The flowers are a little bit smaller. They look more like stars. Oxypetalum cotyledonum. I can't. It's from Brazil. Okay. I've never seen this. I think we talked about flowers before on here. That or maybe my friends in in real life when I were talking about flowers. We went to a botanical garden last month, actually. Do I have photos? Let's see. We went to a botanical garden last month, but we live in Arizona, so specifically this botanical garden is called the Desert Botanical Garden because it's in the desert, and as such we have cacti and other things like these are from California. A lot of people recognize them. Oh gosh, if it wasn't so bright, that is. Please, there it goes. Kind of it's not the right colors, I won't lie. Actually, I don't know if I posted my photos from our trip, but maybe that's when I was talking about flowers. So many flowers. There wasn't a ton in bloom because it was or is winter time, and it's the desert. But there's always year-round flowers, and then there's always cacti. Cacti really never, like, they don't have seasons, so it was a really fun time. I forgot to read what Tweetia meant. Can I, ooh, actually, great question. Okay, so we get to see what they look like. Let's see. Does this have flower book? Flower book? There we go, Tweetia. Oh, it's cuter! I got too distracted and forgot to click on it. The Tweetia is also known as the blue star because of its flower with 5 petals that makes it look like a blue star. Often used in bouquets at weddings, symbolizing wishes for blessings and happiness, the buds are pale pink, but be sure to wash off the white mucus that comes out of the cut end. Language of flowers, euphoric love, the soul that believes. Okay, so this picture looks more accurate than the first one, but yeah, they do look like stars. Like in the photo when I searched it, it looked like stars, which was really cute. A hard-working young man and a woman afraid of love. Otororu. The tale of 2 people bearing scars of burned trust, finding true happiness at long last. Ooh, another tale revolves around the flower of gratitude, mimosa. Hang on, the same button. So there's buttons. If you play a lot of Tome style games, you'll be familiar with buttons that usually throw you somewhere. All right, mimosa, the small yellow flowers that bloom as if it's introducing springtime. Mimosa is a general term for the Acacia genus. March 8th is also called Mimosa Day. This is a popular gift in Italy to express gratitude to women. Oh, that's next month. Hey, language of flowers, gratitude, friendships, elegance, secret love. Ooh, we're dressed for mimosa, I guess. A man who has never known true love and a woman unrefined in the matter of the heart. And then his name is Ginnosuke Sugawa. The tale of 2 people dishonest with their feelings and the secret love that comes to bloom between them. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, our third story follows the flower of love, anemon. Am I saying it right? I think I googled it last time to make sure I was saying it right, and I didn't actually double check the pronounce. Tweetia. Ooh, what? What? Tweetia. It was giving me its full legal name just then. I got confused. Anemon. Anemone? Oh, wait. Anemone. Anemone, because I just saw a picture of the thing from Finding Nemo. And I just pictured the joke where he's all like, with friends like these, who needs anemones? Anyways. Anemones. Okay. Cute. It's in the buttercup family. Oh. Alright. The name anemone is derived from the Greek anemus, meaning wind. They're known in English as wildflowers. The part that resembles petals are actually the calyx, which opens and closes depending on environmental factors like the temperature or light levels. It's a gorgeous flower that's known for its contrasting colors. Language of flower, purple, I believe in you, and wait, red, I love you. An oblivious and timid man And a woman with an unyielding will. Why does he sound? Is he voiced by our guy? The tale of two people united in their feelings, finally connecting as one. Holly! Wait, is this Holly? And finally, the tale concerns the flower of passion, Nandina? Oh! Did I spell it wrong? No, nope, I didn't. It says bamboo. Wait, what? There's two they're showing. Why not to plant? Why not to plant Nandina? Heavenly bamboo or sacred bamboo is a species of flowering plant in the family Berbezidaceae, native to Eastern Asia, from the Himalayas to Japan. But they do look a lot like holly. That's interesting. Holly was also considered a plant not to grow. I remember when I was a kid, they were talking about how like that shouldn't be considered a flower because it's not good. Nandina. The Nandina is often seen during New Year's holidays as a good luck charm. It blooms white flowers with faint smell in summer and bears bright red berries in winter. The Japanese name is an abbreviation of the Chinese name Nantine candles, which is to be resembled of a lamp. Language in flower, increasing love, a good home, a blessing. Interesting. What I probably will do in this one is not change names if I have a choice, just because there's too many characters. I'll get confused. And this is Tenya. Minami. A man whose love has grown through distance, and a woman at the mercy of her own smoldering emotions. Let's look up the voice actors really quick. Him, The Smile, and Bloom. Voice actors. The tale of two who burn with yearning until their dreams become a reality. They announced DLC? Hang on, wait, what? Wait. I haven't even played the game yet. Calm down. Okay, so the voice actor of the blue-haired character named Wataru is Kimura Rohai. Why does this seem familiar? Oh. It's Gil. It's Gil. It's Gil from Cupid Parasite. Nicola from Pio40. Let's see. Oh, Shirashi from Collar X Malice. Yay. And then for the purple-haired character, which a lot of people just kept saying they remind him a lot of Alan, and he kind of sounds like Alan, which I don't know if that's intentional. This is voices from Otomeology, by the way. I just Google searched, and this is the first thing that popped up. Yori Tomo from Burishihana. From If Tempest Cruise. Kazuma, Lover Pretend. Kazuma. And then Jack from Tengoku Struggle. I hate Kazuma. And then the next character, this is the yellow one. This is Suzuki Uroto. And he's Yona from Tengoku Struggle. He's... Who's that? Who the heck is that? Is it Koyo? But they spelt it weird? Yeah. Koyo. Okay, that was weird. Koyo from 9RIP, which great, 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 great. And then Lucas from Mitsuno no Kibu. Why does that sound familiar? Wait, what's that? What's that? Hang on, do I have another game I need to add to my list? I have too many. Oh, the Lost Delights. Okay, great, great, great. That's gonna be exciting when it happens. I just realized I lowered these because we had a party for Valentine's Day and I took this into the living room. All right. And then the last one, which is the red-haired character, is Tamaru Atsushi. And then he voices Kasuga from Variable Barricade, Edward from Mitsuno no Kibu, Semi from Daroku, and Yuzuru from Utsumi no Meguri. I don't know that one. All right. Good to know. Good to know. Koyo's in this, though. Hey, if Koyo's in this, that means that's also the guy from. I need to make my own list so I keep them all intact. Like, this is all the voices they've done in Otome specifically. It's all I know. But Koyo was also the voice actor for the same. Wasn't he? In Sympathy's Kiss? I can't remember actually. Is my sound way too low? That seems very quiet in comparison. Have I been just screaming into the void? Like flashing a smile to a beautiful flower, these tales recount bittersweet days with the men who shower their beloved with affection. There they are. I should have waited 2 seconds and I could have introduced them all like this. This would have been the perfect time to actually say all their names, because then I could have been pointing at them as I go. But yeah, blue-haired boy, that's Gil. That's Gil right there. Not saying I'm gonna dislike him, but I'll show you a love so sweet even the flowers might smile at it. Him, the smile and bloom. These are the tales of love and the flowers that bind them. Are their flowers actually showing correlation to what we just talked about? Okay, he's got, oh, okay, so he's got the holly. Not holly. Mimosa, and then he's got the one that looks like a star. And then Gil. Oh, I've lied. No, he's got the one that looks like holly, so he's got the sweet bamboo. He's got the one that looks like a star. They all kind of have elements of different flowers in them. Interesting. And then he's got the one that looks like, I don't know, but it's called the wildflower. Yeah, these are the tales of love and the flowers that bind them. Woohoo, we did it. Yes. Wait, I get a pick? That makes sense. I don't know why that surprises me. Oh, this is so cute actually, though. Then I have to go like all the way over here and do it again so that... Don't worry, it's gonna make sense later. Oh shoot, who should I start with? Okay, I am wearing yellow. And we were joking that this guy looks like Raul before, so maybe I should start with Raul. Raul was one of the first ones I started in Keep a Parasite because I didn't... he was too puppy dog. I like puppy dogs to a point, but like him, had my moments. Oh, interesting. I'm so curious. Okay, let me make sure I'm not wrong and I can start any character just in case. I would be so silly. All right, let's see. The music so far is really good too, which is exciting for me. I know what I was said. I just have to make sure I picked the right thing. So I don't know if I said this since I restarted, but previously I was talking about coming back on after Samurai Comics tonight, and then I'll be playing Birch then. And then I want to play more Zelda, so I might play Zelda even tonight or tomorrow night, depending on how late I play Verge. Just because I was gonna play it yesterday. Ooh, that was loud. Why was that so loud? Please don't be loud. Let's see. Okay, each route. It says I can play each route, so I'm good. We're good. I can play any. So we'll start with Raul light character and see how far we get. I only have about an hour, I think, that I can safely still stream. I got a little behind because oh, it's so beautiful. Wait, it's so pretty. Oh, this is so cute. A client boyfriend. Hang on. I just got blown away. Oh my gosh. Ginnosuke Sugawa, Two-Faced Prince, Romeo, age 26, birthday February 9th, height 179 centimeters, blood type AB. Why is this so pretty? Oh my gosh. Can I save right here? Can I save? Does it no? Oh no, there's a back button though. Cancel. Okay, okay. So I have to do that one thing to get introduced. I'm just curious. Okay. Wataru, he's the Tweedia, a junior colleague boyfriend, a natural class clown and everyone's little brother, age 19, birthday June 14th, height 182 centimeters and blood type O. Tenya, Nandina, boyfriend from class, calm and quiet, straight to the point, age 24, birthday December 5th, okay. Height 175 centimeters and blood type B. Hokuto Amino, boyfriend since childhood. Okay. Does it mean literal boyfriend? Like, are they already in established relationships? You're not starting to date someone? Honest and kind older brother figure, obstuse in love. Don't make me say it. Age 27, birthday March 12th, height 185 centimeters, blood type O. Alright, we'll start with the roll looking one. I'm curious. Okay. Okay, I'm excited. Alright. I'm excited because like I see this and I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. Like, this is so pretty. Like, why is it so pretty? And then his name is Ginnosuke Sugawa, which is not going to be confusing at all, and I'll never pronounce it incorrectly one time. Oh, I clicked it. I'll click it. You're about to start Ginnosuke Sugagawa's route. Are you sure? Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's so cute! Okay. And then this is the one character. So like I was talking about earlier, it's one and one. It's not like where you have multiple characters. We're not going to change their names because there are 4 girls and I don't want to get myself confused. So her name is Amy Akashi. The name can be changed. Oh great, I can change it later. Chapter 1, still in my memories. Ooh. So waiting for me? I'm used to it going without me, sorry. People shivered in the cold, hurrying past empty buildings on their way home. Trying to make sure I'm all set and not confused, because I will be. During New Year's, the office are... No, I was right. During New Year's, the offices are deserted, and though the solstice has already passed, I still felt the nights were getting longer. I guess that's how it is. Time passes by so quickly, but work never ends. While sending another email, I check my task for the day. Next up, confirming and printing the contract. Got the date here. And I can view it's due to an error. I can't view it due to an error. The properties are also strange. I wonder if Senpai is home yet. Will he notice if I call? With a glimmer of hope, I call my senpai who had left work earlier. I appreciate them putting senpai. They don't usually keep that in there, which it might not be there once they release the full translations. He gave me this task, so I had to follow his instructions. He's not picking up. Refusing to give up, I send him a text. Let's hope he replies soon. While I'm finishing up on my other task, I shifted my focus to another issue, but here also I found mistakes, typos, and unfinished parts. All of this work was requested by the same senpai. Senpai, if you're going to give me extra work, at least review it first. My complaints echoed out into the empty office. The sound was so sparse that it brought me back to reality. I checked my phone, but there was no messages. The time display caught my eye. I stared at the clock, bringing fingers to my lips in worry. They were dry and chapped. I might not make it in time. I'll just come in early tomorrow and deal with it then. As the deadline approaches, I send another message to my senpai, grumbling as I prepare to leave. Another day, another last train. My name is Amy Akashi. I work for Second Spring in the interior design office. I was going to say a different word, and I don't know why. I've worked here for just over 2 years, and I'm still at the bottom of the ladder. I'm finally reached a point where I can take on real projects. So I took on extra tasks for training purposes to prepare for the year-end rush. It's been a little worrying getting all these tasks from my senpai though. I know even small tasks are important, and I think it's all thanks to those tasks that I've gotten used to my job. But I've decided to tidy up my desk in the name of efficiency. My eyes suddenly catch the New Year's pine decoration placed at the office entrance. Like last year, the decor is stylish and cute, and the white pottery vase blends in well with the office. The Christmas tree that was up until recently was lovely, with elegant decor the color of champagne gold. One of my hobbies is admiring flowers, especially those ordered by season. Even if I keep working overtime, these flowers help me relax. Thank you, Phil Flower. The flowers in the reception area welcome visitors. By extension, they become the face of the office. They're delivered on a regular basis by Phil Flower, the flower shop in front of the station. When the store came to mind, so did too the guy who used to deliver flowers here. At that time, I was a newcomer, constantly overwhelmed with unfamiliar work and reception duties.
花を移動するなら窓際よりこちらの壁沿いがおすすめですね。
His name's just Flower Shop Guy. If you wish to move the flowers, I recommend along this wall rather than by the window. As I moved the flowers that were sent in, the delivery florist called out to me. Very fashionable.
直射日光が当たると花が弱ってしまうんです。
The flowers will wilt if exposed to direct sunlight.
どうしてもそちらがいいですか?
Are you sure?
もしかしてデスクから受付へ行くときに邪魔なのかな?
Are you sure that's a good place? It might get in the way when walking between your desk and the receptionist. I see. I walk to the desk often. Along the wall should be good then.
気づかずすみません。僕が持ちますよ。
I'm sorry, I didn't notice it earlier. Let me carry it for you.
ここはどうでしょう。邪魔にならない範囲だと思うんですが。
What about here? Out of the way enough for you? Yes, right there is fine. Thank
もう
you.
一つの花もバランスをとって移動しましょうか。この辺りはどうですか?
Shall we move these other flowers to balance it out? How about over here? No, it's fine. Sorry to take up your time.
とんでもない。帰る前に教えていただけてよかったです。
Don't worry about it. I'm glad you told me before I left.
ちなみに違っていたら申し訳ないのですが、新しい社員さんですか?
He calling me out over here? Like calling me out like that? I'm still messing with the sound. Sorry if it gets quieter or louder. By the way, I apologize if I'm mistaken, but are you a new employee? Yes, I just started here last month.
そうですよね。初めてお見かけするなと思って。
I knew it. I was thinking that I've never seen you before.
お花の管理もされるなら、少し説明をしてもいいですか?
If you're the only one looking after the flowers, would you like a brief explanation? Oh, one moment. I took out my notes in a hurry. As a new employee, I still had a lot to learn. I flipped through the notepads and was ready and was already full of scribbles. It took me a long time to find a blank page, but he kindly waited for me to wait and
今
smile.
お花が生けられている水の中には菌の増殖を抑える薬が入っているんです。
The water the flowers are in contains a chemical that slows the growth of
な
bacteria.
ので基本的に水替えは必要ありません。
So there's essentially no need to change the water.
もし水の濁りが気になるようなら水を取り替えてからこちらの薬剤を入れてください。
But if you're concerned about the water becoming cloudy, please replace it and add this
裏
chemical.
に説明書きもありますからね。
There's instructions on the back as well. I see. Is there anything else I should look for?
そうだな。お花の茎がもし黒ずんでいたら変色した部分を切ってあげてください。
Right. If the flower stems turn black, please cut off the discolored parts.
日持ちするお花ではありますが茎が腐りやすいんです。水を変えるならその時にカットしてもいいですね。
The flowers last a while, stem rots easily. If you are changing the water, it's a good idea to cut them off.
バラの方は放っておいても大丈夫。
New information unlocked.
茎を切るとしても少しだけにしてください。
Let me see if I have. Usually there's an option when there's a. Okay, there's people in the house. I got really confused. Usually there's a button though for dictionary post. Let's see. Confirm next, toggle, show menu, quick load, quick skip, quick auto, skip cutscene, common. Item movement, next text. I don't see one specifically for it, so I guess that's really the only way. Seems like a bit big of a step. There's usually one that goes straight to dictionary. Rose. The queen of flowers, with a beautiful appearance and sweet smell, roses grow by hooking their thorns onto other plants. They have been admired historically as a symbol of love and beauty. Selective breeding is popular, and even the blue rose, which was once considered impossible, has now become a reality. It is a well-known fact that the meaning of the gift changes depending on how many roses you're given, and the color. The color depends too. Love language of flowers, love and beauty. The roses will be fine if left alone. If you do cut their stems, try to keep it to a
で
minimum.
もお花の状態が悪くなる前に次の配送でお伺いすると思います。
But I'll probably make the next delivery before the flowers start to
基本的
deteriorate.
にお手入れの必要はありませんよ。
Basically, they don't really require any real maintenance. Oh, really? That's good to know. I'm not very knowledgeable about flowers.
そんな方でも気軽に楽しんでいただけるお花をお届けしてますので。
Don't worry, we deliver flowers for all kinds of people, experienced or not.
どうぞお仕事の合間にでも眺めてみてください。パソコンの仕事、目が疲れますしね。
Please take a look at the flowers during your work breaks. Computers can be tiring for the eyes, after all. The graduation from pretty pink orange roses to faintly autumn colored maples and red plump coxcomb is beautiful. I don't know what that is. Cossacomb? Don't know. I lost track of time while gazing. This rose has a wonderful color. I don't think I've ever seen it
ありがとう
before.
ございます。カルピディウムという品種なんですよ。
Seize the day! Thank you. It's called Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem, and that's the name of this small flower over here. Even when I asked about flowers that I recognized but didn't know the name of, he told me them with a
これも
smile.
バラですよ。ノイバラという種類です。
That is also a rose. It's a type called Rosa multifloral. Multiflora. Hang on, they said I had another word. I'm curious. Plumed. A flower that's distinctively fluffy textures found during late summer to fall. There are two types, one that resembles a rooster's comb, which is also the origins of its name. Ah. Got it, because they have the... Yeah. The other type is a spherical. It is believed to be... to have been brought over from the mainland continent before the Hein period 1794 to 1180, and it appears in the Manyoshu under the name of Korean indigo. If you're interested, give it a read. Language of flower, erratic and pretentious. Pretentious. Give that to someone who's pretentious. That sounds beautiful. I swear it like lit up roses as if like maple. That's not our boy. Also known as momiji in Japan, the maple is a beautiful tree indeed. I often get asked the difference between maple and momiji, but there is no particular distinction and they both belong to the same family. The floral botanical name is maple and the nickname in Japan is momiji. Language of flower, beautiful changes, precious memories. Interesting. Kept acting like there was one more. There's too much in this flower book. I like the flower book though. Oh, is that so? There's a lot of different kinds, huh?
バラは品種がたくさんあるので、ぜひ見比べて楽しんでみてください。
There are many types of roses. Please enjoy the variety. After explaining everything with a gentle smile, the florist went back to his delivery work. I needed to get back to my work too. While thinking this, I slowly blinked and looked at the flower, realizing that my eyes and shoulders were tense. I was nervous about learning new tasks. I wonder if he noticed. The autumn's flowers added color to the office. Bloom and Carpe Diem, Rosa Multiflora. It's like autumn scenery. Is directly arranging in the vase. Such beautiful flowers. I think I'll enjoy viewing them in my spare time, just like he said. I changed the water and added the chemicals as he suggested. They're all blooming so beautifully without wilting at all. Thank you for your advice, I said, looking at the man who came in for the next delivery.
役に立てたのならよかった。
I'm glad I could be of help.
本当だ、すごく元気ですね。水替えしたのに花のバランスも整ってるし。
They really do look very lively. Even after a water change, the arrangement's still well balanced. Before I swapped the water out, I took a picture and tried to arrange it as close to the original as
頑張
possible.
ってくれたんですね。茎の切り口
She's
も
like,
綺麗
dang,
だ
I'm
し、
gonna be a florist
下
now.
はちゃんと取ってある。
Watch me. You've done great. The stems is cleanly cut and the lower leaves have been properly removed.
花を大切に扱ってくれているのがわかります。花屋としてすごく嬉しいです。
I see you're taking good care of the flowers. As a florist, it warms my heart to see. He looked at the flowers with great care as he spoke, and for a moment I was at a loss for words. I was surprised by how gentle his gaze was. So there is someone like this who looks at flowers so tenderly. No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for everything. And then, with a quick bow, I heard him give a small laugh.
今後ともどうぞよろしくお願いします。
I look forward to working with you in the future. Not long after that, the delivery staff changed. He was no longer assigned to us. I had no chance of seeing him again unless you go back. That was 2 years ago, so his face is still blurry. I don't even know his name, but I remember his lovely smile, and the memories of that time still motivated me to this day. I can say that I made it through my rookie years, thanks to his encouragement and the beautiful flowers that decorate the office, casually understanding the customer's feelings, explaining gentle and clearly. If I can become that kind of person, clients should feel at ease in trusting me with my job, right? As an interior designer, I explained projects and developed them according to the needs of my clients. Because I want to be just like him. Alright, I'm busy, but I'll do my best. He's my goal. And I hope we'll meet again someday. Just as motivation overtook me, the alarm of my phone started ringing. Ah, the last train! I threw on my coat and dashed out of the office. Sitting here reminiscing. What is the man you fancy, a prince? What? I like it conceptually, but like, what if all the chapters are going to be that short or if it gets a little bit busier? I am curious because, again, it's a different style. Chapter 2. And we're confirming that I decide these things. Okay. In mid-January, during a meeting with my senpai, I was told something
モノコ
unexpected.
がしばらく休みだからさ、代わりにお前が入ってよ、この案件。チェックとフォローは俺がやるから。
Since Nonaka will be off for a while, Akashi will take over this project. I'll be checking her work and following up. Mrs. Nonaka is a new employee who recently joined the company. She broke a bone during the New Year's break, and she's been out of the office for a while working remotely. I was expecting her task to be reassigned. What? This refurbishment project for Phil Flowers?
知ってる店？
You know this place? This is the shop where we regularly order flowers for delivery, isn't it? Their staff always delivers them directly.
ああ、そういえばそんなこと言ってたかも。定期で花頼んでるから、店の本社からうちに依頼あったらしいよ。
Come to think of it, they did mention that apparently the head office requested our help since we regularly order flowers from there. I didn't know that such a project was in the works. I was surprised when I read the material. That Sakura Kamori store is being refurbished. Isn't that the store that always delivers flowers to us? Did they mess up the translation right there? I knew Flip Flowers was expanding its chain, but I didn't know that their first store, they wanted to refurbish the interior because the number of staff and floral materials had increased. They do have a lot of stores and staff. With that many locations, there will probably be staff transfers. I thought for a moment that I might be able to meet that man, but it seems unlikely after all.
知ってる店なら話が早い。次の打ち合わせまでに提案書作ってよ。野中が途中までやってたはずだから。
You know the store, so this should be easy. Please create a proposal before the meeting. I believe Miss Nonaka had started on it. Do you have a record of our last meeting or any pictures of the current store?
野中の作ったやつを適当に整えれば OK だから。いつも通りやればいいっしょ。
I'm asking you for reference materials and asking if you have it. I'm not telling you I'm nervous. You don't have to get like, it's fine. You can just like accept it and give me the help I need or don't do anything. Just fix up what Nonaka made. It'll be fine. Just follow our template. I wonder if Miss Nonaka took notes, but I still have to go to the site after all.
だから急ぎでね。じゃ、よろしく。
The meeting's next week, so please hurry. Anyways, I'm counting on you. Next week? Of course. I'm taken aback by this sudden turn of events. As always, my senpai acted like it was no big deal at all. But since it's for a shop that's always delivers beautiful flowers, I decided to put my all into it. The client wants to create a warm and welcoming atmosphere, showcasing their unique personalities and improve traffic flow. Good. A worthwhile task. Let's do our best. I'm back!
あれ？帰ったんじゃないの？
I thought you'd gone home. I went to check out the current Phil Flower store. I went as a customer and brought some flowers.
そう。じゃあ俺帰るから。
I see. Well, I'm going home then. Thank you for your hard work. My senpai left the office without even looking at the flowers. A bouquet of purple ranunculus and cyan. Man. Something. I can do this. Don't worry. I got this. Google's on my side. Cyan. Sometimes when it has like the pronunciation. Oh goodness. Not what I meant.
Hyacinths.
Hyacinths. Yeah. And ranunculus. Ranunculus and hyacinthus. Yeah. That's what I said. Can't question it. I said it. Ah, there it is. A flower popular in the 18th century Netherlands. Once the tulip blooms died down, it was often sold with bulbs, and it's recommended to plant it in the soil without cutting. It's a charming flower with a pleasant bell shape and a sweet, refreshing scent. Love language. Love transcending grief. Netherlands mentioned. It's on the board. That's true. Original. Like, oh, look how cute. They're buttercups? I don't think I've ever seen a buttercup, if that's what buttercups look like. Wait. The ranunculus with its thin, fluffy petals layered on top of each other. It's incredibly gorgeous. It makes a perfect centerpiece of a spring flower bouquet. I was surprised when I heard that the name comes from the Latin word rana, frog, because of the shape of the leaves resembling a frog's foot. Flower entomologists can be pretty funny sometimes, huh? Ha ha ha. Language incredibly enchanting. Dude, that's so pretty. I like this flower. Arranging the flowers in the vase I had bought, I placed it on my desk. When I mentioned I was decorating our office desk, the staff kindly bundled the flowers into a small arrangement. The normal buttercups are simpler and yellow. This is a subspecies. Oh. Dude, we're gonna learn so much about flowers from this game. I can feel it in my soul. Let's take that word out. Raba. Oh, they're so pretty. Wait, I just now see photos of them, but I'm seeing a bunch of pink ones, but like the yellow ones, gorgeous. What was I picturing when I pictured buttercups? What the heck? Was I picturing like weeping bells but in yellow? What is this? This is beautiful. Man, I want a garden so bad. I mean, they wouldn't look like this. Buttercups. Oh, interesting. Okay. I show the Powerpuff Girls. Okay, so I was picturing what I was picturing. They kind of look like stars, the one I was picturing when they said buttercups. These ones are gorgeous, though. These are lovely. Should just have like a little screen of like what I'm searching just so you can see all the pictures. Like flowers. Oh my goodness. Hang on. One of my favorite things in Animal Crossing, growing flowers. Thanks to them, I could enjoy these beautiful flower colors while I work. This may be the first time I've seen a ranunculus in this color. It was my mother's influence that made me so fond of flowers, though if you ask me what I know about them, not much. I just enjoy cut flowers every now and then in my free time. I don't know if I enjoy... I don't really get flowers as gifts. I don't know. Every once in a while we get a rose and we just let it dry out. And by dry out, I mean we just leave it until it's dry. I should take this opportunity to learn more. My mood greatly shifted as I adopted a new attitude towards my work. I can do this. Let's continue working on the proposal. Going to the actual place really helps form an image. The client is expectantly diverse. The clientele is expectantly diverse, and I want to emphasize that all out. I want to emphasize that all are welcome. The initial proposal was just a temporary copy, so I made it brighter, more open, and showcased Phil Flower's uniqueness. Every time it does this, where it's like gets a little more out of focus, I think like she's got like a headache. I don't know if that's anyone else's first thought. If my eyes are going out of focus, my head must be hurting. This is my first flower shop assignment. I've seen examples in my school's curriculum, but it was a different story when it came to actually doing it. I studied until my brain was fried, trying to learn everything about the floral business from scratch. While the store ambiance and product display is important, we must not forget that flowers are living things, just like what that florist taught me. He said the direct sunlight can wilt the flowers. Not all flowers, but yes. Paying attention to lighting placement, I detail the flow of movement. They want to improve the flow of staff without changing much of the exterior. Since this is their wish, I must keep that in mind. While referencing the data, I attentively placed the flower buckets and recreated the layout in 3D. I want to make something that satisfies both the customer and the staff, and that man too. That man. When I casually glanced at the side of my desk, I noticed the flowers I had just placed there. I touched them lightly with the tip of my finger. They swayed slightly as if laughing. Cute. I continued my work and encouraged by the flowers, it didn't go bad at all. Thank you for your hard work. How was the data I sent you yesterday?
ああ、あれね。てかさ、 いつもの発注先で扱ってない内装材はダメだって。手間ばっか増えるんだから。
That, you know, we can't use material that our regular suppliers don't carry. It just increases the
俺もい
hassle.
つも使ってるテンプレあるから、それで直しとくよ。客からは評判いいし。
I have a template that I always use, so I'll fix it with that. Our customer likes it just fine.
照明もこんなめんどくさくて高い LED にする必要ある？いつものやつでいいでしょう。その予算分はいい感じのインテリアを追加で。
And why use such troublesome and expensive LED lighting? The usual one is fine. We'll use the budget to add some nice decor instead. But the client's a florist. The reason I chose LED lighting is...
直しとくからいいよ。お疲れさん。
I'll fix it? Don't worry, thanks. The document alone isn't...
大丈夫だって。明日の打ち合わせよろしく。
It's fine, just take care of tomorrow's meeting. Right. Why are you working here? What the heck? They just didn't even give you a chance to answer the questions they asked. I didn't attend the initial meeting, so I hope this will do. Well, I've done all I can. I visited Phil Flower Sakura Gamori store once again for the meeting. It feels like there are even more flowers than the last time I came. It's just like spring in here. I remember being told that winter is a good season to buy cut flowers because they last longer. Maybe I'll buy one on the way home if the meeting goes well. The variety of tulips and the ornamental kale leaves dyed in pink are so cute and eye-catching. All right. Let's open our flower book and learn more about flowers. Tulips. Its cute round form is popular among children, and it's one of the flowers most emblematic of spring. They saw an explosive burst of popularity in Europe during the 17th century, starting in the Netherlands again. Hey! There's even a record of a single bulb being exchanged for a beer factory. That period is known as the Tulip Mania. Amazing, isn't it? Language of flower, compassion, and benevolence. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Hype, hype, right? That's a good day. Hello, hello. This actually just gave me a flashback. So I don't know if everyone was traumatized the same way I was in school with the tulips war, but tulips were like beanie babies back in the day. Well, not exactly, because it was more about wealthy, but like the amount of tulips you had kind of determined like your class, and people used to like buy tulips for really high amounts depending on the color they would grow into, because tulips are one of those buds that regrow every year. You could just keep them planted and they would grow again. And then they had a fallout where suddenly people are like, I don't like cool tulips anymore, and just like fake money works, it just turned into they were useless. You just owned a bunch of tulips and you had no money. What a great time to be alive. Ornamental kale. What the heck? That's so cute. A brilliant plant with multiple ripped leaves and brilliant colors such as white and purple towards the center. Originally introduced as an edible plant, it eventually became a bedding plant. It has the meaning of embrace love in flower language, stemming from its round figure. How romantic. Language, embrace love, affection, and blessing. It's fun just looking at the colorful flowers from outside the store. As I stand there, two women walk past me chatting. Is the prince here today? He picked out flowers for me the other day. How nice! Wanna go in? Seems like Wednesdays are pretty busy for them. And then she got another headache. Are they customers? They look like they're looking at Phil Flower. And what did they say? There's a prince in the flower shop? What's wrong? Let's go in. Right. Welcome. I'm so happy. As I entered the store, I'm greeted by a staff member near the door. The woman who had helped us during our previous visit was nowhere to be seen today. I have an obligation to say only good things about tulips as a Dutch person. Don't tell anyone I said they're overrated. I mean, I appreciate their color. Like, I appreciate the vibrancy and how many different colors there are, but like, when I learned that in history, like, it was such a big deal, and they were talking about how like it was like the downfall was like tulips used to be like so expensive, and then just because people are like, you know what, I'm over tulips. And all of a sudden people had like hundreds of tulips that they spent so much money to get, and now they would not be able to even resell them if they wanted to because people didn't want to buy them anymore. I'm like, dang, crazy. But I do appreciate a field of flowers, but I don't know. Tulips are usually laid out in like very ornamental rows. Does that make sense? I think I like wildflowers more just because they seem more sporadic. I don't know. They're too refined. They're too perfect. Tulips are too perfect. How about that? We used to eat them during the war too. Ooh. I'm trying to think if I've ever really ate flowers. Like I've had rose flavored things, the bulbs only. Oh, interesting. Well, that makes sense. It's kind of like a root at that point. And you know, there's a lot of root vegetables, so come to think of it, how do tulips become more bulbs? Hello, I'm here from the design office, Second Spring. I have an appointment for a meeting.
少々お待ちください。
Yes, please wait a moment. He's so happy to be here. After saying that, he went into the back. I looked around as I waited. As expected, it was a very nice atmosphere. There are a lot of things, but it doesn't look cluttered at all. Because it's cleaned thoroughly and the flowers are beautifully arranged, only Phil Flower could create this kind of atmosphere. I pondered to myself, clutching at my bag. Though my senpai had rejected my proposal, I had still brought the original documents from before and the changes were made. I don't want to confuse the client though. Today I'll explain using the materials that were approved by my senpai. She brought them so she could have that moment like in the movie Click, where Adam Sandler's like, no, we're gonna get rid of all of this stuff because who cares about that stuff randomly? As I sorted out my feelings, I made eye contact with some women outside. It was the two girls who were hesitant to enter earlier. Oh, they left. I thought the staff member I just talked to was the prince, but maybe not. Eventually, the staff member returned with another taller staff member who invited us further in. Thank you for coming all this way. It's a bit cramped, but please, come in. Hello there. Man, they just hire so many good-looking guys. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us. I look forward to working with you. We exchanged light greetings and entered the backyard. Very clean. Nice to meet you. I'm Hokuto Ichige, the branch manager here at Sakuragamori. I'm Amy Akashi from Second Spring. Nice to meet you. The requirement for working here is that your hair and eye color must match one of the flowers. That would be such a cute concept. Wait, because like, you know how they make dresses that look like flowers? Like a picture of that. That'd be so cute. But also they feel like it's the opposite because usually they're like, you can't have fun color. You have to just have a normal hair color. And you're like, I guess. But here they're like, nay, nay, if your hair is like a normal color, it better be the shade of a flower. I look forward to working with you. There is a blonde though, but there are yellow flowers, so it works. See? Actually, there's one more person joining the meeting, but he's currently dealing with one of his assigned clients. I see, so even florists have assigned clients. He's the poster boy. Ooh, that's how you know he's the prince. Usually the staff who are in store that day will serve customers, but he's special. He's also the poster boy. Is that the prince then? You're well informed. That's what our customers call him. I just happened to overhear the gossip outside. He's the one I met last time, isn't he? He looks like a model and seems pretty popular. Yes, that's right. He's liked by both men and women. He's friendly and he has good taste. I'm sorry, that was just... Everyone likes him, man. He'd like to use his skills on interior design. So we appreciate if you could incorporate his opinions in the refurbishment. While he's speaking, I hear the sound of a door open behind me. At that moment, the smell of flowers filled the air. A strange feeling came over me. My heart was racing.
お待たせして申し訳ありません。
Sorry to keep you waiting. I looked back and it was him. He's right there. Yep, he got a bouquet to match his hair, see? Look at this arm, dang. I'm at a loss for words. My eyes widen in surprise. She's like, dang, wait. I knew it. He even has green. That matches his eyes too. Wait. Do they all get a bouquet like this? Hang on. It's like, oh, I forgot his name. Rengoku, is that you? No way. The person I was hoping to one day see again was standing right there holding a large bouquet. I never thought such a miracle would happen to meet once more. When our eyes met, he gave me a soft smile. His gesture matched the memories I have of the florist.
その大きなブーケどうしたんだ
Gin, what's up with that bouquet?
贈答用にって言われて作ってたんだけど、その間にお客様に急用の電話が入っちゃったんだ。
His eyes are a gorgeous green. I'm jealous. They're not natural. I don't think I've ever met anybody with like lime green eyes that weren't wearing contacts that I can think of. I was making it as a gift request, but then I got an urgent call from a
2、3
customer.
時間で戻るって言われたから、バックヤードで保管しておこうと思ってさ。
The customer said he'd be back in 2 to 3 hours, so I thought I'd keep it in the backyard. Suddenly my mind went blank.
ご挨拶が遅れてすみません。前回とは別の方ですね。はじめまして。フィルフラワーの須川銀之助です。
Apologize for the late greeting. You're a different person from last time. I'm Sugawa Ginnosuke. That's where Jin comes from. Got it. The bouquet was so large, he had to hold it with his arms. He placed it into a nearby empty flower bucket. Wait, he just said nice to meet you. Maybe he's a different person, but this atmosphere. Hey, Akashi. She's like, wow, look at this man. And everyone's just like watching her like go like, he looks good. Sorry. I'm Amy Akashi from Second Spring. Nice to meet
な
you.
んだイケメンだから見とれたのか
What, enchanted by his good looks? Like, let's be so real. Senpai, that's not the issue here.
だって王子が誰か気にしてたしさ
Well, I was wondering who this prince was.
これがうちの店の王子です。見とれていただいても大丈夫ですよ。
This is our store's prince. It's okay to be captivated by him.
はい。減りませんのでいくらでもどうぞ。冗談です。急に入ってきて驚きましたよね。
Is it better if they know they're cute? Or is it worse? I don't know. Yes, gaze as long as you wish. My charm isn't gonna run out. Just kidding. I'm sure you're surprised by my sudden appearance. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even think of a good reply. We've met before. Makes me an awkward conversation starter. Nonsense. It's worse. It's worse. Because it comes across a little like, I don't know, conceited, but like, he's like, stare as long as you want. I'm like, ugh. Unable to do anything but force a smile, I drive straight into the meeting. What should I do? Even if I try not to, I end up thinking about it. I admire this florist, and I've been waiting to see him again.
前回いらした野中さんは今日はいらっしゃらないんですね。
Do you admire this florist, or did you think he was cute before? Because I mean, he's got the cool eyebrow piercings. Or is it ear piercings? Just kidding, they're ear piercings. He's got cool ear piercings. You're like, man, that guy's cool. Miss Nonaka visited last time. Isn't she coming
実
today?
は骨折っちゃいましてポキポキとなので代わりに彼女が入ったわけです
Actually, she broke a bone, so Akashi stepped in as her replacement.
そうなんですね。
I see. He seems disappointed. I need to forget about it for now. I have to focus on my work. Well then, let us begin. I presented the documents and explained each one. Even though my senpai had rewritten most of the documents, the rest was still my job, so I tried to speak as politely and clearly as possible.
これが今回のリニューアル用の資料で本当に合ってます？
He's like, hold up. Is this really the correct document for the refurbishment? When he finished looking over the materials, his expression suddenly changed. Huh?
残念ですが、前回のお打ち合わせで相談させていただいた内容が全く反映されてないように思いました。
Sorry, but I feel like this content doesn't reflect anything we discussed in our last meeting.
ちょっと。
Jin, that's a bit.
資料を作成いただく際に少しでも花屋の下調べしました。
When you were preparing the materials, did you do any research on florists?
この照明にこの配置で本当に最良だと思いますか？
Do you really think this is the best arrangement for these lights? I couldn't say anything, and next to me, my senpai was almost struggling to respond.
それは。
Well, that's...
動線の改善もお願いしてたのに、これじゃますます悪化してますよね。
I asked for improvements in traffic flow. This is just making it worse.
特にこれ。なんでここに作業台を置こうと思ったんです？
Especially this part. Why did you decide to put a workbench here?
と。
I wasn't the only one surprised by his harsh tone. We were shocked and confused. It looked like Mr. Ichiga was also
店内で
flustered.
水を扱わない店ならいいのかもしれませんけど。
It might be fine for stores that don't deal with water
テン
indoors.
プレ資料そのままって感じ。これで仕事取れるんなら楽ですよね。
But it seems like you just copied a template. Sure would be easy if you could do that with everything, wouldn't it? Seeing the document being rejected so coldly makes my hands tremble, and I couldn't help but notice his face and voice. When I saw his smile earlier, I thought for sure it was him. But his expression right now, it's like a completely different person. At the same time, there's a part of me that thinks it's him. Under the desk, I tightly gripped the documents that were rejected by Senpai. I apologize.
いえ、こちらこそ、ぶしつけな言葉で失礼いたしました。
He's over going like, ick. He's just got the ick right now. I'm the one who should apologize for our impolite words.
今のは、なんというか、もう一案、お願いしたいというか。
How should I put this? I'd like to ask for another proposal. And she's like, bet, here you go.
そもそも前回の打ち合わせでもろくにメモも取らず適当に聞いてたでしょ。
You didn't even take proper notes in the first place. At our last meeting, you were just casually listening, weren't you?
やっぱ話聞いてなかったんだなって今思ったよ。僕、壁紙の色は変えたいって言ったのにさ。
I can tell you weren't paying attention. I said I wanted to change the color of the wallpaper.
これ、今の店舗の色と同じでしょ。その上この照明。これじゃ花の色が飛んじゃう。
Isn't this the same color as before? And this lighting, it'll wash out the colors of the
わざわざリ
flowers.
ニューアルする意味がないよ。何を考えて資料を作ったのか全く理解できない。
If it's gonna be like this, what's the point of refurbishing? What you were thinking when you made these materials?
銀、
Gin.
さすがにそれは。
As expected, that's... Oh, that was some... Okay, it was an email. Next to me, my senpai sat in silence, face pale. He was probably thinking the same thing as me. They bicker like a married couple. I mean, they probably have known each other for years. I'd be fine with that. This could be a BL romance. Since it came to this, I wouldn't be surprised if they canceled their request entirely. What should I do? Can't win them all the time. I wasn't prepared enough. She wasn't prepared enough. This won't do. I should follow up at least a little. I'm very sorry. We deeply apologize for betraying the trust you placed in our company. Regarding the wallpaper material, we have additional ones here. Could you please check them? I take out the interior material from the file I'm holding and present them. These three colors have a soft and warm hue. Since it's made of water-repellent material, it's suitable to use around water.
サンプルはないの？
Do you have a sample? Yeah, here it is. Please consider it. Thank goodness I got to show him the sample. Knowing that there's still a chance to recover, I pulled myself together. Allow me to clarify the placement of the workbench you mentioned. The reason for the substitutional move was the current location is to create a space for the dried flowers. With the refurbishment, you were planning to add more fresh flower vases, weren't you?
そうだよ。
That's right. Well, what if you put the dried flowers mainly on the wall and ceiling and had the fresh flowers boundary clearly defined?
でもこれじゃお客さんから作業台が丸見えだよ。作業しているところはなるべく隠したい。
But then the bench would be completely visible to the customers. I want to hide the working area as much as possible. How about this area? If we work this over here and use this folding screen, I show him by drawing on the diagram, and his expression remains
言い
clouded.
たいことはわかるけど、これじゃ全体図が見えてこない。
I understand what you're trying to say, but this doesn't give me the whole
今
picture.
説明した意図と資料が食い違っているよね。
It just feels like the materials aren't aligning with what I requested. That's correct. My apologies again. We'll prepare the corrected documents as soon as
さっき言っていつ？
possible. And when is that? We'll send it to you tomorrow.
それは今言った箇所を直すだけならでしょ。まだまだ直すところはあるから。
If it's just about fixing the part I mentioned, then sure. But there's still a lot more to correct. He said, laughing quietly. It was as if he could see right through me, like he knew I was desperate to regain his trust. The smile that was so prince-like now is just looking like a malicious grin. After that, Mr. Sugawa repeated his harsh criticisms, with Mr. Ishigi's earnest follow-up in between. Over and over again, the same events repeated, and the documents became completely black with writing. Shoot.
今日はこの辺りにしましょう。
Shall we call it a day here? Why didn't I show my thing? I thought that's what she meant. Like, here's my original proposal. When the meeting ended, Senpai and I were completely exhausted. Of course, we couldn't let it show on our faces. The florist I admired, he's totally different than the person I remember. It was 2 years ago. I might be mistaken, and it could be someone else. I want to believe it's someone else. Being scolded so harshly, I ended up thinking that I wanted to keep him as a beautiful memory. Maybe I'm just being naive. But anyways, work is work. The fact is, I couldn't propose what the client wanted. We raised from our chairs, exchanging closing greetings, and bowed deeply once more.
この度は大変申し訳ございません
We
でした。
apologize for the inconvenience. But before that, I apologize for my lack of preparation.
申し訳ありません。
I'm sorry. We will improve the points you mentioned, so please allow us to make another
どうか
proposal.
お願いします。大変申し訳ありませんで
Please
した。
forgive us, we're very sorry. I don't like
別
this.
に謝ってほしいわけじゃないよ。
I'm not asking for an apology. On his face, the cold anger had vanished and only a disappointment look of disbelief maintained. I too felt disappointed in myself when I saw that expression. Oh god, it's not better. If only I had spoken up to my senpai and added more to my explanation, maybe then he wouldn't be making that face.
では今日はこの辺りにしましょうか。
Dang, son. I didn't like that better. Going back to my other choice. It's on all skip. Wait, I don't have all skip. Oh my goodness. Sometimes there's a button you press and it does that, and I don't ever want that on. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. We're terribly sorry. Then, different from before, a calm and earnest voice came into my ears.
あんたたちのデザインと同じで、花は僕らの商売道具なんだよ。
Just like your designs, flowers are our tools of
大
trade.
切に扱ってくれているかどうかはすぐにわかる。会社同士の付き合いとか関係ない。
They tell me right away if I'm being cared for or not. It's got nothing to do with company relations.
次に適当な提案を持ってきたら、別の事務所に依頼するからそのつもりで。
Once you bring us a suitable proposal, be prepared for requests from other
時
offices.
間はかかってもいいから、フィルフラワーの新しい店を考えてきてください。
Take your time and come up with a concept for our new Phil Flower store, please. His words are more than enough to convey his feelings.
頑張ってくれたんですね。花を大切に扱
We don't do flashbacks, even flashbacks from this. I knew it was him. Flowers are important. That's why I must become both gentle and strict for the sake of the flowers and the person I admire. Okay. Oh. That's concerning. Oh. Oh, oops. Unaware of the cause of pain. Let's see. The next flower shop is. I walked briskly, reading the map on my phone. It seemed I was less than 5 minutes away. When I stopped to think about it, there are quite a few flower shops in this town. The paper bag tucked under my arm was filled with several flower bouquets. The Phil Flower meeting was a few days ago. I was using my day off to visit various flower shops. Naturally, my senpai wasn't with me, because my senpai's not serious about the job like I am. He took advantage of the increase in new projects and withdrew from the case. Even though he acted like nothing happened, it seemed like the meeting really got to him. It's just not my thing, he said. Well, that's just typical. I, on the other hand, am all fired up. This time I'll definitely submit a proposal they like. I read through reference materials and checked case studies to prepare. I got opinions from people in the office because relying solely on my own perspective would be biased, and now I'm doing research by visiting actual flower shops. I feel like I'm getting the hang of this. Now I just need to create a layout that can handle a variety of situations. For that reason, it was important to see what actual flower shops looked like. Seeing customers and staff moving around in the stores is more informative than any document. I see. As I was taking notes to help me remember, I suddenly noticed. It's Mr. Sugawa. A short distance away, I saw him his familiar chiseled face. Oof, sorry. Firmly, not firmly. Maybe he's meeting with someone. It's a popular meeting spot near the terminal station, so that might be the case. He hasn't seemed to notice me yet. He was just looking down at his phone. I wonder if I should call to him, but this must be his day off. If it was, I'd probably be bothering him. But what if he finds out that I saw him and just ignored him? Maybe just a casual greeting. And then right as I was hesitant, it happened. We made eye contact. While processing this, I instinctively looked the other way. What am I doing? I know I'm hesitating, but this is too obvious. What should I do? Should I say something? I prepared myself to make the first move, but...
Ginnosuke, omatase.
Oh. Who's this woman? I don't recognize her, I don't think, as one of the other girls. Sorry for the wait, Ginnosuke. The sight of a slender, beautiful woman running towards him stopped me in my tracks. Mr. Sugawa's face instantly turned into a smile.
外で下の名前で呼ばないでって僕いつも言ってますよね。
I always tell you not to call me by my first name in public.
はあ、いいじゃない。いつものことでしょ。それより待たせちゃったわよね。ごめんなさい。
Oh, come on, it's just a habit now. More importantly, I kept you waiting, didn't I?
急が
Sorry.
なくてもよかったのに。僕も店に寄ってから行くって連絡したでしょ。
You didn't have to rush. I told you I was gonna stop by the
そ
store
んなこ
first.
と言って、私に合わせてくれたの分かってるわよ。
I know you're just saying that to make me feel better. Thank you. I guess he was waiting for someone after all. Could it be her? Mr. Sugawa was pretty towering, but she was fairly tall too. The two standing with their model-like figures inevitably attracted attention. Wearing heels and being that tall, she must be much taller than me even without them. As I pondered her height, the two began walking together. I thought they looked like the perfect couple with a close and comfortable atmosphere. Sister, compadre. I don't know. He said not to call him by his first name in public. And they don't have the same eye color or technically hair color. It's a bit different in the yellow family. But they are tall. Tall people be tallin', right? It might have been my imagination that our eyes met. I can just say something the next time we meet, right? But what should I say? Were you out with your girlfriend? Was that your girlfriend? Who was she? That would sound weird, wouldn't it? As I looked at their backs to check once more, a pang of pain shot through my chest. Sugawa, he had this same smile when he came to deliver flowers, a gentle, soft smile. Seeing that smile makes me want to smile too. He must be popular. He is a prince after all. The last prince we had a fiancé already, so. As I lost sight of Mr. Sugawa, I came to my senses. It's none of my business. My goal is to submit a satisfactory proposal and to perfectly complete the plans for the new Phil Flower store. I'm gonna do such a good job, it'll leave Mr. Sugawa, who's always speaks his mind, speechless. For some reason, the image of those two was burned into my mind. I shook my head to try and forget. Switching gears, I moved on to the next flower shop. That was a very short chapter. That was not even 5 minutes. I know, because I'm slow when it comes to writing things, you see. Chapter 4. Two-faced prince. Whoa, that's a bit harsh. Should we be saying things like that? You don't know him that well. I was the only one at the Phil Flower meeting today. After confirming the designs by mail and email first, they agreed to have another meeting because I really wanted to speak to them in person. After all, subtle nuances are hard to convey unless they're face-to-face. So as a token of my gratitude, I brought them sandwiches from a popular shop in front of the station, but I wondered if they'd like them. Uneasy, I waited for Mr. Ichiga and Mr. Sugawa to arrive. Sorry about the wait. Thanks you for your
いや
time.
ーわざわざご足労いただいてすみません
No, we're sorry you had to come all the way out
郵
here.
送とかなんだったらデータでもよかったんですけど
Just mail or even email would have worked fine.
こら銀すみません失礼な態
Gin. I apologize for his rude behavior. No, it's alright. Besides, I'm the one inconveniencing you.
度ですが前回もかなりきつい言い方をしてしまったので気にしておいででしょう
But we were quite harsh last time. You were probably still upset about it. No, it's alright. I'm glad you gave me such honest feedback. I know I came at such a busy time, so I brought you something.
これ駅前のカフェのサンドイッチですねお気遣いありがとうございます
Sandwiches from the cafe across the station. Thank you for your consideration.
よかったな銀昼飯まだだったんだろ
Good timing. Again, you haven't had lunch yet, right?
卵サンドは
Any egg sandwiches? Yeah, there are. I brought drinks too, so please enjoy them while you look over the materials.
そうならもらってあげる
Alright, I'll have some then. Dude, I want an egg sandwich. Hot dog.
まったく
But eggs cost so
元
much
気な
these
やつだ
days.
な
There he goes again, doing whatever suits him. Thank goodness, they seem pleased. Their egg sandwiches are delicious, aren't there? I tried all of their other sandwiches, but the egg was my favorite.
全種類食べたの
You ate them all? Yeah, I love that cafe. Before I came here, I had something to eat too, an egg sandwich and a BLT.
しかも2つずいぶん食べるそれはいいとして
You had two? You sure eat a lot. Well, whatever. First off, I don't know the size of their sandwiches, so... And carbs, they're good for your brain. Okay?
準備万端に差し入れまで持ってきたってことは今回は自信があるってことでいい
So, you came fully prepared and even brought refreshments. You must be confident this time, right? Bitch! Yeah, that's how I feel it. They're like, he just says what's on his mind. He's just a free spirit. I wanted to speak in person to properly explain things.
じゃあ見せて
Alright, go right ahead. Alright,
こ
first,
の前からの改善箇所説明できるよね
can you explain the improvements you made since last time? Of course. I trace around each drawing as I show them. The theme here is a space that warmly welcomes guests. I've chosen a soft color scheme for the interior to ensure that the customers feel at ease when they enter. However, I thought that alone might dull the impression of your beautiful flowers. Therefore, I'd like to create a gradient by incorporating chic color interiors and flower buckets. As well as those materials last time, the fresh flowers, dried flower vases, miscellaneous good and such. I've arranged it in a way so customers can easily understand what kind of store this is at a
それ
glance.
がこの色分け
Is that what this color coding is for? Yeah, it roughly reflects the properties of products handled in the current
そうだ
store.
ね大体合ってる
I see, that seems about right. The flow of movement is indicated by the arrows. This is the staff's route, and this is the customer's route. This is during normal times, and this is during peak times. I believe the areas you wanted to improve have been addressed. What do you think?
そうそう今の状態だとスタッフ同士すれ違う際にぶつかることもあって不便だ
Yes, right now it's inconvenient because staff members can bump into each other when they pass by.
この案なら 混んでる時でもスムーズに行き来ができそうですね。
With this plan, it seems like we can move smoothly even when it's busy.
悪くないんじゃない？
Not bad. How about the lighting? We changed the lighting to something that allows you to adjust the wavelengths. It's high color rendering LED, commonly used in flower shops, now with added correction capabilities.
ああ、知ってる。本来の色味を引き立ててくれるやつだよね。
Yeah, I know. Is that the one that enhances natural colors?
外の天気に合わせてこっちでも調整できる。
Can you adjust it to match the weather outside? Yeah, you can. You can also preset it on the remote control. I have more detailed documents here. Please take a look.
了解。だったらいいかな。
I see. In that case, I will.
ねえ、レイアウト。僕が要望した箇所以外も少しいじったでしょ。
You've tweaked the layouts a bit beyond the areas I requested, haven't you? I rearranged the workbench to create a space for taking photos.
それ助かります。
That's
店
helpful.
の SNS 用の写真を撮るとき、いつも背景に道具類が映り込んでしまって困ってたんです。
Then move the tools. What is this? Whenever I took photos for the store's social media, I was bothered by the tools appearing in the background. I thought it'd be a good idea to take the opportunity to reduce that kind of stress. It was also hindering the flow of traffic. I have another layout for what Mr. Sugawa requested right here.
あんたの出してくれた方でいいよ。
I'm fine with what you're offered. Thank you. The list of material samples is here, so please take a look.
この壁紙にこの床か。俺は好きだな。銀はどう思う？
This wallpaper with this floor. I like it. What are you thinking?
まあ、旧大点かな。
I guess that's good enough. I couldn't believe my ears at first. I thought it would be another storm of requests and explanations, just like last time, but Mr. Sugawa agreed so easily.
旧大点？良くなったって言えばいいのに、素直じゃないな。
Good enough. Why not just say it's much better? You're not very candid, are you? Is it really?
もちろんです。
Of course.
こいつはこう言ってますが、前回指摘したところが全部治ってるんだから、すごいですよ。
He just talks like that, but everything we pointed out last time has been fixed. It's
むしろ
amazing.
想像以上のご提案をいただいて、この短期間でここまで変わるなんて驚きました。
In fact, we got a proposal beyond our expectations. I'm surprised so much has changed so
よっぽ
fast.
ど花屋について勉強されたんじゃないですか。
You must have studied a lot about floristry, haven't you? I mean, I was just doing my job after all. I'm sorry I didn't work as hard as last time. I ended up all flustered by their praises, feeling nervous. That and Mr. Sugawa kept looking right at me. He then quietly
あんた
asked,
さ、これ本当は先週の時点でほぼできてたんじゃない？
Did you actually finish this in a week?
どういうことだ？
What do you mean?
前のデザイン案、別の人の名前があったよね。この前うちに来たもう一人の方、あれ先輩？
The previous design proposal had someone else's name on it, right? The person who came to our store last week. Was that your senpai? That's correct.
やっぱりね。大方先輩に押し切られて自分の意見はほとんど反映できてなかったんでしょう。
That's what I thought. You were overruled by him and your own opinions were hardly reflected in the outline, right?
今度からあんたが本当にいいと思ったものを出して、そっちの事情はうちには関係ないんだから。
From now on, just present what you really believe is good. We don't care about your circumstances.
おい、またお前はそんな言い方を。
You're talking like this again. I felt embarrassed and guilty being found out like that, but more than anything, I felt a sudden rush of joy. Mr. Sugawa's expression and tone had changed. A face that's neither irritated, feeling his precious flowers are being belittled, nor resembling the kind, gentle face of a florist, a straight and serious face. I wasn't picturing Raoul to be a mean girl. It's weird. I was able to have a proper conversation. I was able to create something that was recognized. It's exactly as Mr. Sugawa said. I will be in charge of this case, so I will take responsibility and handle it from now
こ
on.
れからは責任を持って。そうじゃなきゃ困るよ。やっとスタートラインに立ったところなんだから。
Take responsibility from now on. Yeah, otherwise it'll be a problem because we're just the starting line. Leave it to me. Isn't he the voice actor for Yona and Koyo? Yes. Yes, yes, he is. He's not doing like a super deep one though. Right, do I still have it open? I had it open for a while because Hang on. Hit smile. Let me make sure I'm not crazy. I want to make sure I'm not crazy. I don't want to give misinformation. Yeah, Koyu, Yona, Ash from Despera drops, which is coming out later. Lucas from Mitsunoya no Kibu. And then our purpled hair boy. Lurking, okay, that's fair. Thank you for being so active prior. Kazuma from Lover Pretend. Jack from Tengoku Struggle, so. And the blue-haired boy who hasn't shown up yet in this one is Gil from Cupid Parasite. And Shidashi from Collar X and Malice. And many other characters that have actually drove me up a wall. I'm certain of it, so I'm concerned for his route. I inadvertently raised my voice, but Mr. Sugawa just smiled quietly without a complaint. Good answer. Don't think this is it, alright? Although in hindsight, you saying that you're right, he usually does do tsunderes, doesn't he? He's just a tsundere with Raoul's skin. Indeed, the lighting and flow of movement have improved, but this place here and here too need some work. Are you talking about the shelf height? I saw shelves of the same height in other stores, and they were easy to see. I thought the other guy was talking, and I was really confused why his mouth wasn't moving. I was like, oh god, it's broken. Which store did you go to? Not one of those stores for young people at the terminals, right? As expected, you're well informed. I also happened to take some pictures. When I show the photos on my phone, Mr. Sugawa nods, not at all surprised. As I thought, if this was a flower shop across the station, it might have worked. But for us, even though we're in the inner city, we have a lot of older customers. Oh, they can't see the flowers in the back from here, can they? Exactly. Don't you think from your own perspective? Don't just think from your own perspective. Consider all customers, young, old, male, and female. I understand. I'll make improvements. And what should we do with the shelf? This one is fine as is. I don't think it'll be in the way. I'm also curious about the flooring. Doesn't this cause severe wear and tear? I appreciate that it doesn't show dirt though. This isn't made of natural materials, so I believe it's quite durable. There's an explanation at the back of this document. I see. Suddenly the store phone rang. Excellent. We're getting some alone time, so we can ask the big questions. Like, was that your girlfriend earlier? Like, was that her? Is that the person you're dating? Like, do you guys go on dates often and meet up at stations? I'll get it. You two keep talking. Mr. Ichiga said that, but our conversation dried up after he left. Sorry for the wait. This is Phil Flower. Ah, Mr. Hanakawa. Thank you for your support. Mr. Hanakawa, I have a bad feeling about this. Is something the matter? Hokuto is talking to the flower farmer, and he and I plan to go and buy from him next week. And you don't buy your flowers from the market? You've been studying purchasing too. She's like, I'm well informed. I just noticed it while I was researching. You go and buy them from market in the early morning like fish stores. That's right. Usually HQ visits the flower market and delivers to each store. In our case, we sometimes directly purchase seasonal flowers from our farmers we know. I see. Getting directly to the purchase flowers from the farmer seems like a luxury. Luxury? I don't know. It feels more like a hassle. I guess so. But for someone like me who doesn't usually get the chance to see farms, I think it's nice to go and see them in person.
はい。実は俺も最近の天気を見て気になってたんです。
Yes, I've actually been concerned about the weather lately myself.
わかりました。
I
で
understand.
は今週末に。
Then this weekend.
北斗さん、花川さんなんだって。
Yay. We had to get together, so I bought drinks that I don't usually drink for other people, and now I have to drink them. But here's the one I actually bought for myself. It's blackberry. Woo! It's only been sitting there for like 2 hours. Mr. Hokuto, what did Mr. Hanakawa say?
ここ数日気温が高い日が続いただろう。その影響で花の開花予定が誤ったそうだ。
The past few days have been hot. It seems that has caused the flowers to bloom earlier than
やっぱ
expected.
りか。
Just like we thought.
あ、すみません。話の腰を折ってしまって。
I
打
apologize
ち合
for
わせに
interrupting
戻りましょうか。
the conversation. Shall we get back to the meeting? No, please continue if you'd like. I'm also interested in the procurement process.
そうそう。勉強になるしちょうどいいよ。
That's good. You can learn from this.
銀が言うことじゃないと思うが。
I wasn't expecting to say that.
あ、じゃあ失礼して。花川さんのところの仕入れの予定、今週に繰り上げることになった。
Anyways, the procurement schedule for Mr. Hanakawa was moved up to this
了
week.
解。僕はいいけど、北斗さん、確か予定があるって言ってたよね。
Understood. I'm fine with it, but Mr. Hokuto, you said you had plans, right?
そうなんだよな。どうしても外せなくて。だからといって、銀を一人で行かせるのもな。
Continues to get more and more convenient for me. Excellent, excellent. Let's go. That's right. I can't get out of it, but then again, I can't just let Jin go alone.
そうだね。人ではあった方がいいけど。天野は
That's true. It'd be better to have more people. What about Tenya?
あいつはシフトが入ってるから動かせないな。次のワークショップの準備もあるし。
He can't come because he's on a shift. There's also the preparation for the next
じゃ
workshop.
あ、渡るくんは、大学のテスト期間か。他のメンバーも厳しそうだね。
Well, then, Wataru, it's his university exam period. It seems tough for the other members too.
今年のミモザは出来が良さそうだから逃したくないんだけどな。
The mimosas seem to be doing well this year. I don't want to miss it. Oh, the flowers you're buying are
そう
mimosas.
だけど、ミモザがそんなに珍しい
But are mimosas that rare for you? Isn't it a bit early for mimosa season, or should I say unusual?
ああ、そうですね。うちは少し早めに。だいたい2月の中旬頃から店頭に並べるんです。
We usually start a bit early. We generally start displaying them in store around mid-February.
人気の高い花なので置いておくと喜ばれますし。
It's a popular flower, so people will be happy to see it. Nodding, I can't help but imagine rows of mimosa trees, a bright and vivid yellow that seems to call for spring. Even a single branch is beautiful enough to make the heart leap. And how much better to see them lined up in a field. I like mimosas too.
へえ、あんたにも好きな花とかあったんだ。
So even someone like you has a favorite flower. This is a bit annoying after all. I don't mind being told harsh things about my work, but isn't my taste in flowers my own business? Of course I do. Is that a problem?
悪いとは言ってないじゃん。
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
てっきり花より団子タイプかと思っただけ。さっき2つもサンド食べたとか言ってたし。
This guy. I just assumed that you were the type to prefer practical over aesthetics. Didn't you say you had 2 sandwiches earlier? I didn't eat breakfast, so I was hungry, but I like dumplings too.
ああ、そう。どっちも好きってことね。でもそうか。あんたも好きな花なんだ。
Don't most people have a favorite flower? Actually, you know what? Oh my god, this is a little conversation I was having at work the other day. Was it because of Valentine's Day? I can't remember what it was. But I was talking about how I like hyanthums. Hyanthums? Sounds right. My brain's broken. The ones from Animal Crossing that are bushes. I see. So you like both, but you have a favorite flower too. I thought this guy wasn't mean, just diligent and strict with work. but maybe he's a bit mean after all. He's different from the person I always imagined, but that's because I created an idealized image of the person I admired. Maybe this is for the best. Though casual conversation, the feeling of unease that were lingering in my heart began to clear up. Of course, I admired Mr. Sugawa's work ethics, but it felt like a line had finally been drawn. Now I feel like I can face the current Mr. Sugawa regardless of any past memories. Just then I noticed a mischievous glint in his eyes.
ねえ、あんたさ、
Hey, are you free this weekend? Huh?
さっき興味あるみたいなことを言ってたでしょ。
You sounded interested.
別に知識とかなくても、ちょっと荷物運び手伝ってくれればそれでいいや。
You don't need any special knowledge just to help me carry some luggage, that's
ち
all.
ょうどいいかと思ったんだけど、ミモザ、見に行かない？
Mimosas are your favorite flower, why not go see them?
彼女を連れて行くのか？それはさすがに。
You're taking Miss Akashi with you? That's really...
いいじゃん、重いものは僕が持ち。僕が
I
一人
don't
で行
like
く
him.
と花川さんが気を使うでしょ。
He's
こ
giving
の人でもいないよりはマシ。
youngest brother energy. Does that make sense? Like, we're like, oh, we're just gonna do it this way. I'll carry the heavy stuff. If it's just me, Mr. Hanakawa will worry. It's better than me going alone.
手伝いを頼んでいるくせに言い方。
Even though you're asking for help, the way you say it.
本当にすみません。銀の言うことは気にしないでください。
I'm really sorry, Miss Akashi. Please don't mind what Gin says. That's okay. Purchasing mimosas. Anytime they say it, I just picture the drink. I should be drinking one. I need some orange juice, guys. It's my chance to see them in person. What should I do? Totally free. She's like, take me. Are you sure you want me? I don't think I'll be much help.
いいから聞いてるんでしょ。行くの？行かないの？
Didn't you hear me? I said it's fine. Are you going or not? I'll go.
そう。最初からそう言えばいいの。
Exactly. You should have said that from the start.
無茶を言ってしまってすみません。
You apologize for making an unreasonable
でも
request.
そうですね。花川さんのところのミモザはとても綺麗ですよ。
But it's true. The Hanakawas and mimosas are very beautiful. I'm going to be so real with you. I don't think two people's enough for one job like this. Oh, what did I do? I didn't realize the arrow key moves story forward. I was just trying to come back here and I hit the button ahead of it. Anyways, I'm totally free this weekend. I want to go. Mr. Sugawa looked taken aback for a moment.
すごい勢い。じゃあミモザの収穫手伝ってもらおうかな。
I mean, laughed, I guess. You got a lot of spirit. Then maybe you can help me with the mimosa harvest. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sugawa. You understand my desire to watch your mimosa procurement, didn't you?
いや、あれだけ興味ある圧を出されるとね。
You don't have to be that excited.
無茶を言ってしまったんでもそう。
I'm really looking forward to it. May I take pictures?
いいよ。好きなだけ撮って。ただし、こき使ってやるから覚悟しておいて。
Or am I getting paid? Take as many as you want, but be prepared. I'm going to work you hard. Of course. We finally finished up the rest of our meeting, cracking jokes along the way. After that, of course, everything went smoothly and the rest was pretty much decided with only a few minor adjustments. Phew, I worked hard all day today. Look at me. I've got 2 Red Bulls and 3 Red Bulls. God, she's got nothing but Red Bulls. Okay, 3 Red Bulls and 2 monsters. All her documents are backwards. It looks like her PC's even backwards. Hang on, you can't see that because of the camera. Doesn't it look like the back of a PC, not the front of a PC? Why does she have so many cubbies? Why isn't her backdrop covered in stuff? Why isn't she like, God, I need to declutter my house? Like, why is she's unbelievable. There's nothing even hiding under her bed. Phew, I worked hard. After returning home, I lay in bed and took a deep breath. I didn't realize just how tense I was. After laying down, my body just refused to get up, but I got good results for all of the effort I put in, didn't I? The job I was worried about went well, and I was excited to harvest mimosas on the weekend. I can't wait. I bet it'll be beautiful for me. Mimosas are a special flower. I'm glad you approve, Mr. Sugawa. Even though some mean things were said, today felt like proof that we're gonna grow closer. I don't like the blurring. Every time it happens, I just assume she's got a migraine. I question my eyesight. I question how many migraines this girl gets in a day. Earlier, he was scolding me about building partitions. Yeah, we're moving forward now. Let's take this opportunity to become friends. If we do that, unable to contain my joy, I immediately started making plans for the weekend, but when I suddenly returned to my senses, become friends? Wait, is this okay? He's a client. I thought she was gonna faint earlier. Same. Actually, the first time it happened, I was like, oh god, she's like not feeling well now. If we get along and deepen our friendship, it might lead to more revenue, right? Yeah, it's okay to become friends with him because we'll work more together. Yeah, this is business, an extension of work, no problem. I'll become independent and taste victory once again. I can't wait for this weekend. Filled with uncontrollable emotions, I found myself squirming around on my bed. Business. Ooh, okay, we're not gonna get to chapter 5 because I have to head out, but I didn't realize the chapters were this short. I was gonna start earlier today, but I'm a tired person. So I'm gonna make a note so I don't forget what it's called, and then I'm gonna save it once I start it. But so far it's really cute. It's interesting. It's giving me Sympathy Kiss kind of vibes, except for, you know, it's not that faceless individual, because it's like work and stuff, and they're like, we're doing business stuff, and I'm like, are you now? Are you doing business stuff? They're like, you don't know this about us, but we're businessing. I'm curious how it all like goes. Do we have a gallery now? Oh. Okay, so that's the name of the chapters. I get it. I get it. Wait, I should have saved. Not saved. I should have marked my timestamp. LZ. Okay. Oh, cutscene. Okay, stills. Oh. Honestly, he's great. Okay, how many? 11 total. Oh, okay. 11. Hey, I get this one. 11. 11. They all have 11. Is there a physical for this game? Yeah, this one's gonna have a physical release on the 27th. I think the digital also releases the same day. They did state, and you might have noticed it while I was playing, that the translations aren't perfect right now. Like, it's like pre-translations, and they're going to have a patch, so you can get the patch, but you can buy it physically and still do the update, so you'll still be fine. And there's only been a few mistakes, which, again, I came in prepared for them, so I wasn't too surprised by like double commas from time to time. Missing one word wasn't too big a deal. So far though, I like it. We're doing him first, giggles, and then I'll probably do the Gil looking one because he's the young one, and I want to get past that, and I'll probably save the redhead for last. He seems like my favorite. Cause look at him. Look at his sleeves. What a fun time. So yeah, I'll finish up his story on the next stream. I do. Tonight I'm playing Verge, but I'll be playing this one later. And then I can only play the first 8 chapters, just to be clear. I can't play the whole thing. So I can play 8 chapters. We'll see how far we get with each storyline. And then I can play them on my own time, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about the rest of the story. But I'm going to be going to Samurai Comics to announce tomorrow's video games, comic book releases. So I'll be there, and then when I get home from that, we're gonna probably have dinner, and then I will be back to play Verge. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Laurel, thank you guys for being here and hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you guys soon.